everyone. Hi. Sorry. Just opened up a bottle of wine. I don't have to work tomorrow. Can hang out here for a while, do this shit, enjoy myself a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. So how is everyone tonight? What do we have here? Oh, shit. What is it? Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Autistic Shell. Oh, my God. So let's scroll over there. Let's see. So we have Llama Girl, Mikkel Wells, Supernatural Crime with Nikki, Miss L, 85, Cal Bell, Kath Needs a Snickers, Teresa, Chanel Smith, and Chanley, in the Crazy Lady. Hi. So yes, if you guys were all gifted a membership at the generosity of Autistic Show. Yay, thank you, Autistic Show. How was everyone? Oh shit. Okay. Hi Shannon, Java, Koi. Hi, Autistic Show. LER. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. Llama Girl, hi. Hey, everyone else who got gifted a membership. Hey, Sally B. Hey, Renelle Smith. Hi, Ryan. Hey, Sunny D. Marcy with an IE. Heather. Dash X, what's up? Awesome. Okay, so. God damn, the wine tastes so good tonight. Oh, shit. I might be in trouble. It's a good thing they only sell wine. Well, they don't, I know they sell them in bigger bottles, but thank God that my liquor store only sells this kind of wine in the regular size bottle. Because I might buy a bigger bottle if they had it. All right, so yeah. I was reminded of a few things that some of the things were discovered like years ago, and some of the other things were discovered just along the way or whatever. But I was reminded of a few things, and some things I didn't, or one thing in particular was sent to me a while back and was then sent to me again recently and reminded me of it. And I just wanted to share this because this is going to be just pointing out some discrepancies, I guess. Now, I get that not everyone's memory is perfect and people remember shit differently. And I get that, and dude, if it was just a couple things, one or two things, whatever, I wouldn't care, and in fact, I haven't cared. But as time has gone on, it's become a lot of things. And some things are kind of important things. And I don't know. Again, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not trying to change your mind. Everyone take the evidence, take what you want and come to whatever conclusion you come to. That's you. And I support whatever conclusion you come to. Again, I'm not here to change anyone's mind or to call anyone a liar. I'm just here to put out information that I think should be out there. And if anyone wants to consider anything regarding the situation, then there's information here for you to consider should you want to. That's all. So, hi, Devann. Hi, Al Capone. Okay, so we're gonna start with did I write down a time stamp for this one? I don't think I did. Shit. Oh wait, I did. All right. So 7:50, I think. Yep. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go back to the video I last played. We're gonna just go to a couple parts throughout the video, and then we'll go ahead and jump back to the end, and we'll wrap it up. But for now, we're gonna start here. So about the 7:50 mark, you're going to hear this.
Get the Legion or the VA. I can't remember. And we were out, and this was shortly after they were in Minneapolis, made it illegal to actually smoke cigs in the establishments. And it
right there. Okay. and I never download the fucking thing shit. Open image, a new tab. There we go. So now she said that this was after Minneapolis or whatever made it illegal to smoke cigarettes inside establishments. Well, and this was also April 21st into April 22nd of 2007, she says. So here's a Minnesota Clean Indoor Air Act. The Freedom to Breathe provisions amended the Minnesota Clean Indoor Air Act further protect employees and the public from health hazards of secondhand smoke. These provisions went into effect on October 1st, 2007. So that it looks like this might have actually gone into effect a few months after this. Now, for granted, I don't know, maybe like the county or Minneapolis itself like jumped the gun here and put their own shit into play. I didn't see anything though like that, but I'm not, I don't know. I'm not an expert in Minnesota ordinances, so it's possible. But that's where we're at with that. Also 31. I didn't catch this the first time. Get over to 31. Okay, no, that's not. No, I gotta go way back. Okay.
Bought this house. Do you want to see it before you go? I can show you my house. I felt like proud, like proud to show off a friend, like, look what I did. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm a single girl and I was able to buy this house. Like, that was my big thing back then because my mom never did that. None of her sisters were able to do that. I felt super proud to be able to buy a house. I was the first woman in my family to be able to do something like that. I felt I was like a huge accomplishment. And he's like, sure, yeah, I can come in. And he stays outside for a while and then he comes in and he brings his own beer in, which I thought was
there, right there. He stayed outside for a while. Then he came in and he brought his own beer. Okay.
was really weird. I am really messed up at this point. Things are starting to get really hazy. Long time. And I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, what's he doing out? Why is he out in his car? Like, why did he?
Right here.
And he was like, oh, I have to go back to the car really quick. And I was like,
so then he has to go back out to the car.
So I
don't know. I find it just something, I feel like that this is an important thing to leave out of her recollection of events being told to law enforcement, because she does put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he left the house, went outside, as if this was somehow related or indicative of her allegedly being, drugged. So I just find that to be very odd that she wouldn't include both times outside for him, Also, 1850.
telling him no, get off, and then him
trigger warning. I'm trying not to include these parts, but some things may just jump up there, and for that I apologize. I'm doing the best I can, but something might come in.
Saying, I'm almost done. No, I'm fine. Like, he wouldn't get off of me. And then I don't remember anything else. And then the next thing I remembered was I was very groggy and I had my cell phone right next to me, and I knew something was really, really wrong.
When he left, did he pick up her cell phone and place it right next to her? I don't understand. She says, I woke up and my cell phone was right next to me. Like, I don't understand that. But okay. More.
Because I had my shirt was pulled
Okay.
down. So it was really weird. All of the sheets were on my floor. And finally get up and know what's going on, and I can't stand. And I'm like,
Okay, well, I don't want to air everything, but right before that, she says how she woke up and she was texting her ex-boyfriend and her friend Sarah. And she was saying, I think I was RAPD, you know, and she said, I just texted them over and over and over again. I don't know how many times, so, but I just texted them over and over again. And then I passed back out. And then the next time I woke up when I could like really be coherent was about 10 a.m. Well, we went over the timeline before. According to her and Nick's recollection and telling the detective, they got to her house about 3:30 a.m. So by the time they were, after talking and his, you know, multiple trips out to the car or whatever, and her trip to the bathroom or whatever, so it was probably about 4 a.m. by the time she allegedly started to feel like she was, you know, under the influence of shit. So, but in sometime before 10 a.m., she woke up and was able to remember waking up and finding her cell phone right next to her and texting her those two people. So for sake of argument, we'll just say it was at 9 a.m. Okay. So that's 5 hours. 5 hours she went without a memory or passed out or whatever. Now, I'm not an expert in all things drugs, believe it or not. I know my fair share of things, but when it comes to these drugs, I really don't know anything. Just 5 hours seems like, I don't know if that's a short time or whatever, but it's 5 hours. It's 5 hours. Whether it's a short or long time, it's 5 hours. And there's a reason why I bring this up. Right here. So it's okay. So this first one I'm showing you is one of her tweets that she put up in 2020. Okay. And here she wrote, I was drugged and are over the course of 8 hours. 8 hours. Okay, that's one. Also, here's from one of her blog posts about it. I don't remember any details. He drugged me and I lost consciousness for more than 12 hours. I mean, we're going from 5 hours up to 12 hours now. That just seems like a really big discrepancy, if you ask me. It just, I can't, it's one of those things I just can't overlook, really. And let's see, what is that? 32:30, I think it is. One other thing that I can't even believe that this totally, I didn't even catch this.
you still wanted to do it more, but you were pretty dry. And I said, okay. And he's like, so Nick said that he had to go to Cub Foods to go buy some lube and some protection. And I said, what? That didn't even make sense to me. I was a 27-year-old woman. I never had problems with that.
But according to her, she wasn't having consensual relations here. So wouldn't that be the time when she would have problems with it? But she's here like acting like, no, that wouldn't be me. I would have had no problems, no issue. He would have had to go to the store. Like, what? Okay. I mean, it seems like the reasonable reaction would have been, well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I wasn't into what was going on. So he probably did have to go get that. But no, she's just like, she's offended by this, it seems. That's just, I don't know, it seems fucked up. And then
And he said, no, nope. He said, there's nothing. You're telling me that from 3 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning until 10 in the morning, you have no memory.
2:30. Now, we already established it was more like 4 a.m. Okay, so where is this 2:30 coming from? The officer wouldn't have said that. The officer right off the bat was like, okay, so they got to her house about 3:30 a.m. You know, he would never say 2:30.
Memory. You are telling me that you have no memory of what happened. That's impossible. Those medications don't stay in your system that long. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing will stay in your body that long. Which is not true, by the way, at all.
Her first part of this whole discussion, her, I don't know, supporting fact or whatever, is that the nurse told her that this shit is out of your system like really quickly. The officer just, according to her story, the officer just said nothing stays in your system that long. And she goes, well, which is not true at all, really. Make up your mind. Like, does the shit stay in your system or it doesn't stay in your system? And I also want to point out too that so according to her timeline, this happened early morning 22nd. The evening of the 22nd, she went to the hospital. But yet then she didn't call the police until the 24th. And during that time, her friends and her mother and Rain were urging her to go to the police. And her friend even right off the bat said, do not take a shower. But no one thought to tell her, don't wash your sheets either. Because she did. She washed her sheets. That seems weird. And then oh yeah, this one. Okay.
To my friend Sasha's house. We got to my friend Sasha's house. My friends ordered pizza from Pizza Luce. And then people started making drinks. I remember somebody made me a drink, but I wasn't really wanting anything because I had been drinking beer that night. And they were making me like a vodka cranberry. And I just like wasn't into that at all. And I got really tired. They ordered like.
So there's that. Right, I was sharing, right? Yeah, okay. Then there's this from the report. Officer says, okay, and did you have anything to drink while you were there? She says, one drink. He says, all right, what kind of drink was that? It was a vodka Red Bull. And did you prepare the drink yourself? Yes. Okay, and was it of average potency? I would say it was weak. Okay. And one more thing, or no, I actually think two more things. Oh yeah, two more things. Okay. First, we're going to jump to this one here. So this here from this blog post, she says that the detective, he went as far as to tell the detective that we had sex 4 times. 4 times. And, oh, that's right. I also have a screenshot about that. Let me pull that up. So this is from one of Unirock's streams, actually. And right here in the comment is, without a crystal ball, I was 4 times in one night. So we saw 4 times. Then we have here, this is one of the tweets from 2020, you know, when all of this shit came out and everything. She says, told me after informing me that he admitted to eyeing me 3 times while I was unconscious. Again, this right here is one of those things that I don't think someone would just get wrong. You know, like there's a lot of things maybe you might forget or just misremember, whatever, after 13, 14, 15, 16 years. I get that. But this does not seem like one of them. I don't know. It really doesn't. Lastly, I want to point this out. This is, again, a tweet she made back in 2020. Naming someone publicly who committed a crime isn't doxing. I'm warning other women and encouraging any victims of his, is basically what she's saying. Right? Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Okay. To which I ask, has there been any other victims? Has anyone else come forward since Katie Joy, before Katie Joy, whatever? Has anyone else at all come forward regarding both Nick and hell, even the police officer? Has there been any other victims that she swears that there must be, that she's looking out for or whatever? Because I can't find anything. I seriously can't. And I tried looking. I really did. I can't find shit. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me go to chat here. Yes, the Duber Soleil and the gulp, the nervous gulp. I see. I think she's known that she now knows that that's a tell of hers. So I don't think she does it as often. I think she's more conscious of it now. But yeah, for a long time she wasn't, in my opinion. Whatever. Oh yeah, that's another thing too I want to bring up. So someone in my comments, um, which one was it? I think it was on my community tab, maybe. Okay, all right, yeah. So, and I don't know if maybe this person isn't from America or something. Maybe that's why they don't understand how things work here, which is fine. I get it. I'm not judging. But someone says that the accused was first interviewed by the detective in a nearby park. Then, if I understood the report, there was a follow-up from the detective via telephone. If so, I would want to ask why he wasn't asked to come into the station for a formal interview, as was Katie. Now, to which this person even said, perhaps Katie, if Katie were interviewed in a park, well, that would have been asshole of the detective, because I would be thinking, okay, here's a victim. For her to come in and tell me what happened, I don't think she's going to want to do it in public around a bunch of strangers who could possibly overhear her and might even see her get upset and cry. I'm thinking that she might want to avoid that whole scene. So I'm not going to put her through that. Also, since this is the story, this is the crime, this is the claim, this is the evidence, and probably like all the evidence they'll have, really. They're going to want to make sure that they get it correct. They're going to want to make sure that it's recorded. They're going to want to make sure that she doesn't have to keep telling it over and over again. So it makes sense that she would come in and she would be recorded. Now, as far as the alleged perpetrator, he wasn't under arrest, so they don't need to they don't need an attorney. Oh yeah, there was another comment by this person down there. This is what I mean by, I think maybe they're not from America, but they said, I think before the detective could ask him any questions, he must be Mirandized. Otherwise, everything from that interview would be inadmissible. Any potential case would be fucked right there. To which I wrote back, actually, no, he only has to be Mirandized if he's under arrest, and he wasn't under arrest. I mean, he could still opt to have his attorney there, but he didn't, So since he wasn't under arrest, and the detective more than likely just wanted him to feel at ease and open to not put him on guard, basically. Putting him like in an interrogation room might kind of make him feel a little uneasy about things and make him kind of shut the fuck up or call for a lawyer. But sitting there in a park, just talking freely, he's more likely to say shit that might trip him up if he is in fact guilty. That's what, I don't know. That's my thinking. But I just want to throw that out there. What something made me think of that though. What was it? Oh, he didn't commit a crime. He was in charge. That's what got me thinking on that. It started in that. Okay. So yeah. I don't know. Those just kind of seem like big things. Now, we're gonna go ahead and go back. I think around the 50-minute mark is where we left off. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, I think. But I also want to jump to some screenshots I have of posts that she made back in 2020. At this time, we were talking 13 years later. 13 years later, she's like, that's what they always do. They always find God, like after something like this happens. This happened 13 years ago, allegedly. So if he found God, it could have been for any of the other reasons that could have happened over the past 13 years, because if it were because of this, because, that's what they always do after something like this happens, then he probably would have found God like back in 2007 or 8, right? I call bullshit. She keeps bringing that up. I really feel like she's pissed off about that. Like she got held accountable for a bunch of shit, but he didn't. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. Sharon, I'm yeah, sorry. Oh, it's because I turned it off. Shoot, I'm sorry. Thank you. Or chill. Thank you. Now it's gonna take forever. Oh, come on! Don't get the dog barking. All right, I'll go back a little bit. All right, now you'll be able to see in
A
here.
long time, and now I have a platform. I have a really large platform, not huge, but it's a large platform now. And I feel like now it's time for me to take that power back and say, I was assaulted by John Nicholas Kozlak on April 22nd, 2007. It wasn't a lie. He is still to this day running around like nothing happened. He has found God, because that's always what they do. They always find God after stuff like this happens. And he's just moving along like nothing happened. I publicly named him for the first time, I think a couple years ago, and someone that knew him growing up and was friends with the family believed me. They actually reached out to me privately and said, I knew he would do something like this, and I don't think you're the only one he's done this to. And I said, okay. And she said his grandfather would be rolling in his grave and would have kicked his ass. And I said, and she said, and his parents and always covered up his shit, and he's never been held accountable for anything. And I said, well, that's exactly what happened. And she's like, yeah, that's what they do with him. She's like, he's the like black sheep, that he's the F up of the family, is what she told me. So I don't know if his family paid the cops off. I don't don't really know. I've never really even gone down that route. But that person who reached out to me knew him and knew what the family was like with him. It was like the first time I felt validated, because someone from his life said to me, I believe he did this to you. And I said, thank you for at least saying that, And he just goes along his days like nothing, like he didn't do this every day. And I don't even know if he has kids. I think he has kids now. He still has the limousine business, which scares me. It terrifies me that he is driving people around in a limousine, having access to all kinds of people. I think when you get away with this at least once, you're going to do it again. Something that comes to mind when I think of that is Darren Sharper, who was an NFL star who did this to multiple women. And the nurse who was my forensic nurse, said that these types of men repeat it over and over and over again, because it's the perfect crime. So
okay, so it's been what, 17 years, I think, about that. And again, I can't find anything regarding him with anyone else with any legal issues or anything like that. So, I mean, where are they then?
So I want to just give you a few statistics because I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't, because I want you to understand how the system is stacked against us. And I had none of this. I had no idea of any of this until after it happened to me. But again, I constantly use RAINN to this day, constantly, for resources, for information, just so I can understand. But it says, according to RAINN, every 73 seconds, somebody in America is SA'd.
Is it playing?
They also say that every 73 seconds, someone is SA'd. 443,000 people each year, age 12 or older. 54% of them are 18 to 34 years old, and 91% of them are women. 1 out of every 6 women will become a victim of this, of either attempted or completed of this at some point in their life. 14.8% completed and 2.8% attempted. 17.7 in 1998, 17.7 million American women were, that's a really old statistic, RAINN. You might want to update your system. 90% of adult SA people are female. Females 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely than the general population to become an SA, to be SA'd. Women 18 to 24 and college students are 3 times more likely in general to experience this. And they say men are affected too.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. What happened about an hour ago? James who? Which James? Oh, and Instagram. Okay. I didn't even know that she went live. I was getting ready for this stream. Damn it. I'm guessing she's not live anymore. I think I read somewhere someone said that she already deleted it or whatever. What? Oh, I'm probably in the wrong one. Come on. Oh yeah, I'm actually in my actual account. What is that? There we go. I'm trying to log in. It keeps logging me into my account, but won't let me log out. No. There we go. Okay. All right, she's not live now, and I'm not showing anything on her reels. So whatever it is, it's gone. Okay, so let me get back to chat. What happened? My take on reality guy named James. So now she's been abused by her parents' church, this man, and everyone that says hi to the quack. She went after another YouTuber named My Take on Reality that called her out and told her to leave Janelle alone. James' channel is My Take on Reality. Okay. No, cat. No, 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 cat. No. Go back. No, no, no. Why? Stop. Don't be so damn cute. Am I taking reality? All right. Was it a video he did? I'm thinking YouTuber is making street money. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play it because I haven't seen this yet. All right. So if anyone else hasn't seen it yet, here we go. I'll put the link in the chat and I'll try to remember to put it in the description too. But we all know how great I'm not at that. So here is the link. There we go.
And tried to blame Janelle for what happened to her son. And from that point, I say, leave Janelle the F alone. Leave her alone. It's not your place. You don't know this woman. Stop going in and trying to figure out in your little mind, in your little world, what's going on in her world. You don't know her. None of us do. We don't sit here. I watch a TV show. Okay, I watch a TV show. I maybe read a couple articles, watch a few videos, but I don't know this woman. I don't know this family personally. And frankly, it's insulting that when you deal with the real life events that happen in these people's lives, this isn't entertainment anymore. The minute that that young man took his own situation, canceled his subscription to Life, the minute he did that, this stopped being something.
Oh, but he doesn't even name her though. It says she in the description. It says, "I'm not listing the channel because I don't want to give them any more shine than they already have." Well, I mean, which is good. I understand, and I get that. I do. But I don't know what the hell she's so pissed off about if he's not even naming her. You know. Am I missing something? Oh, I just left because I watched another video about someone calling her out that I rather enjoyed. It was a YouTuber, and I think she did the beginning on Zab Girl or whatever, and then the second half was on Katie Joy, which I kind of agreed with her take on both, really. Yep, and she went after him anyway. Who's the other creator she accused of hitting on her? Oh, Dad Bods or something. Huh. Katie tried to race shame him. Get out. Oh my God.
On something that we're seeing on TV.
Llama Girl, you got her rant, right? You'll be posting it on Twitter, right? Please.
That could be played up for the camera, something that could be scripted, events that could be put together for our entertainment. This is real life. This woman suffered a terrible loss that nobody should be trying to pick apart with little articles here and there and trying to figure out and tell her what she's feeling, why she's feeling it, why she didn't call the cops, why she didn't go over to the house when she thought something was going on with her son. How come she didn't know that there was a problem with her son? You don't know this woman. For one. For two, obviously, if you've ever talked to somebody who has any type of issue, or a friend, or somebody you've known, even orbitally, or in a satellite position where they're just kind of around. If you talk to somebody who is even kind of going through a situation like this, where they're dealing with substance abuse issue, they're dealing with problems or depression or whatever the case may be, especially with regard to their child, they're trying to figure it out. Not everybody picks up the phone and says, "Hey, 911, why don't you come 302 or put my kid in involuntary committal." Not everybody does that, because a lot of times when you're in these situations, you're hoping for the best and you're trying to navigate these situations the best way you know how. The problem is there is no book. There's no guideline. There's no instruction manual that we get, even as parents, that tell us how to deal with these types of situations. I thank God every day that I don't have to deal with this problem. But not every parent out there has that ability to say that. And I have to be mindful of the fact that there are people out there who are going through this. And we, even as content creators, I understand it. I get the grind. You want to come up with interesting, compelling content to try to draw people in, draw people's attention so that you can get views. I understand that. I get it. I get it. But what I can't stand by is one of the things that I said early on, and part of the reason why I took a break from Sister Wives, was the whole idea that not all money is good money. You get to a point where some of this money starts to be blood money. And that's money that I can't be involved with. That stuff I can't co-sign. I can't get behind you when you're sitting here so worried and so pressed about criticizing this woman and her faith and calling it a cult and saying that, oh, this is a religion because of the way they grew up. Janelle didn't grow up.
Here's what I don't get. So when people started to come for Katie about how she was blaming Janelle, Katie then stand back with, I wasn't blaming Janelle. I don't blame Janelle. She's just a victim of this cult. She's brainwashed by this cult. So she's not responsible for her own actions, yada, yada. Well, okay. By that logic, though, couldn't it be argued that Cody was also brainwashed by this cult? I mean, if you're going to pick and choose when someone can be responsible for their actions and when it's the fault of those around them, well, you have to realize that whatever standards you're applying to one can eventually be applied to all. So if you're not blaming Janelle because she was just surrounded by this cult and she was brainwashed, well, the same could be said about anyone in the cult, because they were all surrounded by the cult and they could all have been brainwashed. I mean, you were blaming Janelle. You were absolutely fucking blaming Janelle. Absolutely. Because if that was you not blaming her, then holy shit, I'd hate to see you actually blame her. That would be horrible. That really would be. It was a post. Okay. She deleted the videos too. Balls got it. Oh, yay, Balls. Yay. All right, cool. Let me check Twitter real quick. Maybe Balls has a post. Okay, so here we go. Let me do this. Open in another tab. Thank you again, Chesh, for this awesome trick. Thank you. Made everything so much easier for me. All right. I speak to former members of this cult every day. When I tell you that I have current information about the cult, I know exactly what is going on. One of my closest contacts is the daughter of the current prophet. I'm privy to all the deplorable actions happening in this cult. It is incorrect to say that Cody Brown is, quote, out of the cult. People that disavow the church, the leaders, and polygamy are completely shunned. They are labeled apostates and called wicked and evil. Cody Brown refuses to disavow his church leaders. He even refers to the AUB as his church to this day. He reveres Owen Allred as a true prophet. Cody refuses to denounce polygamy. Cody refuses to denounce Joseph Smith. Cody believes that he failed at polygamy, but that it can be done right. Cody believes that he failed at polygamy. Oh, that can be done right. Cody's best friend Kyle Henderson remains. Is she still fucking pushing that shit? Oh my God. Remains in the group. Cody and Kyle would not be best friends if he was out. Cody is not labeled an apostate by the church. He has not been excommunicated, and he has not committed any sins that would have him removed as a member. Cody's family in Wyoming serves as the Wyoming branch of the AUB. He remains in regular contact with his brother Scott and many of his family members in Wyoming, including his mom, that are still in the group. The AUB and Cody have an agreement that he will not publicly speak about his church due to not placing the church under scrutiny. Cody remains tied to men that have been directly tied to the AUB priesthood militia. Cody lies publicly constantly to protect his church. He may not attend regularly, but he's most certainly not out. Oh, that's right. I gotta go back here. What happened? Why did that stop sharing? What the hell? Did I do something? All right. FYI, I delete comments that include false information about the AB and Cody Brown. Oh, what's that? Something going on here in chat? I don't know who you're talking about. Wait, let me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Brunel sent me the pics. Thank you. Oh, wait, shoot. Now we got to sign out into my other one. Okay, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry. Driving around looking for a whatever the hell that is. I don't know. You're a little late to the party on that one. See, they already tried that whole like, oh, but you have a daughter. Imagine if someone questioned your daughter or something like that. To which I say, why are you imagining my daughter having this happen to her? That's fucking sick. You got issues. And in case you haven't already, mods, they can be blocked. Absolutely, they can be blocked. I won't. Yeah, they don't need to hang around. They can just go. Here, in fact, I'll do it here. Hide user in this channel. Is that what I want? Do I want to hide user in this channel? Yeah, I think I do. All right. That's where they belong. If you're going to come in my chat and you're going to start talking about my kid like that, fuck yourself. Okay? All right. So back to what I was doing. Thank you for now. Anyway, screenshots. What do you mean? I have to use the Instagram mobile app. Oh my God. And select. Okay. Just airdropped into my computer real quick. And I'll just pull them up here. That's so weird though. I never had that happen on Instagram. Like, why? Is it because I looked at them first in the phone or something? That seems stupid, but whatever. Which one's the first one? I think this one maybe. Yeah, we'll go that one. All right. So here we have James. Do not damage my brand by falsely claiming in quotes that I said these words. I am getting harassed nonstop because of videos screaming and yelling about a false allegation that I blame Janelle Brown. You did. You fucking did. You are taking my words completely out of context, and I never once said that she was to blame. I was responding to people in my comments blaming her. Oh, so now it's your viewers. Wow, now she's throwing her viewers shit under the bus. I didn't blame her. People in my comments blamed, just like the whole calling Sophie a brat thing. I didn't call her a brat. I was just reading from the chat. Both things can be true at once. Everything I stated about the culture is fact. They are told that law enforcement are Satan's agents. So they do not handle emergencies with, why is this annoying? With law enforcement. Even with that fact, it doesn't place blame on Janelle. Since your video, my comments and channel have been spammed with harassment with a capital H there. That is damaging my business. You know, every time there's consequence for her actions, she blames the consequence for damaging her business. Well, maybe it was the actions that's damaging the business. Maybe it's the business that's damaging itself. You have also stated the AUB is not a cult. It's a dangerous cult that traffics women and children, which fully explains the fear that people live in every day. They are told daily that it would be better to die than leave the church. Okay. It seems like a bit of a stretch. This cult has a paramilitary militia that's prepared to blow up canyons and roadways to stop the federal government. Hopefully they don't take over a bird sanctuary, though. You're defending a white supremacist cult that believes all people of color are cursed and should be eradicated through overpopulation of white children. What? You are claiming that I'm blaming a woman that's a victim of trafficking into a cult for the purpose of making babies. Indoctrination is a fact. That is not blame. Janelle Brown did not do anything to cause Garrison's death on March 4th, 2024. Whatever. So the right thing and retract your comments and stop damaging my work with your false claims. Yeah, because only Katie can come up with the false bullshit opinions. You can't do that. No, because then it's damaging her business. But when she does it to try to get this show kicked off of TLC or whatever, or TLC shut down, well, she's not trying to harm anyone's business there. No, she's just reporting. Oh my God, the hypocrisy. It fucking kills me. All right, and lastly, I think I'm reality. Thank you for your comment. In the video I watched, Janelle was blamed when it was asserted Janelle grew up in a culture where you don't contact the police, you don't seek counseling, and because of her involvement in the cult, she didn't feel comfortable going over to a man's house and leading her son's home to check on. What? I didn't even know she said. What the fuck? Oh my God. Who thinks like that? Who fucking thinks? Who fucking thinks like that? Oh my God. I'm not, quote, ganging up on any content creator, but just as I would react to Cody or Robin for misdeeds, I will call out other YouTubers if I feel they've stepped over the line. As you should. Janelle wasn't blamed. These are facts about the AUB, and do not place her responsible for Garrison's death. Well, they sure as fuck don't not place her to be responsible. In fact, I think that may be even by design, because you want to lead everyone there and make them feel like they found it on their own, when in fact you corralled them right to where you wanted them, in my opinion. So, she didn't call it a tough topic, but she is making a whole post about James. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Didn't who was that other YouTuber? It was with Janelle Evans. Ashley was one of them. I remember the other content creator. She called Janelle racist. So Katie was one of them too, but she said that Janelle was just going after the black YouTuber, so therefore she must be racist. When that's not even what was said. If you don't get it from me, then you're in bed for the cult. Oh my! I want to say too, when I revisited one of her Instagram lives, because I forgot I recorded a bunch of clips for an entitlement translator video, so I was editing that today, and she was going after Cece Suarez, and she was like I don't know, like scolding her, like and like telling her how she should run her channel, like. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, oh my God, you really think people care? But you think, like, oh my God. It's crazy. But, okay, so I'm going to jump to one thing right here. Okay. Now, these screenshots I'm going to show first and foremost. I think that this post is still up on her original Facebook page. Not positive, but last I knew it was actually. We're going to jump on over to here. So this is from 2020, September there. This is her friend Amy that she talks about. It says, Amy and I went to high school together. I've known her since grade school. She also grew up in the NE Catholic community, which the Cossacks are in. Nick got kicked out of Totino Grace. Nick owns a limo company. Who leases and uses limos a lot? Funeral homes. Connect the dots. Like, I don't, what that's what. Okay, so he drives limos, so he might drive some of the deceased families around. Like, is that the dots I'm supposed to connect? Okay, this seems like a good business practice. I don't know. So, all right, we're just gonna go ahead and. All right, no wait, these were older. Okay, we're just gonna go right to the comments. Amy says, I sure hope I don't get your trolls. I got stuff to do today, LOL. Girl, you know how to hold your own. I quite enjoy it. You hiring? Troll hunter? Becky here says, were there prior rumors in school that he hired other girls? Creeps like him usually start early. And here's Katie's mom. Thank you, Amy. Oh, thanks, Mom. You're welcome. Mom said you're welcome. Oh my God. I don't know if okay, well, different generation. I get it. Amy says, no problem. Us neighbors and Me Too survivors need to stick together. Damn straight. This seems like she's proud to be in some sort of clique here. I don't get it. Someone says, is this funny? I find this whole thing extremely sad. I'm not sure why you think it's funny. Who's Amanda Green? I'm internet famous. Without a crystal ball. Katie, you're an inspiration. I looked the beast up. Is he the only one with that name? Is he the bald fat dude who lives in Florida or the younger guy in the photo? If he's a year older than you, I'm guessing it's the younger guy. Well, he doesn't live in Florida. Oh, that's right. Here's another Facebook page or post. I'm calling you out again. The difference is I have a platform and I'm not afraid of your family's money. You've been bailed out one too many times. The world and other potential victims need to know who you are. You own a company that drives people around for a living, placing potential victims at your fingertips. On the night that whatever happened, you were walking around uptown for no reason. You weren't at bars that were friends. Like, what? Someone says, I don't care that I live thousands of miles away. I'm backing you 1,000,000%. Doing this may bring other victims, survivors to come forward too. Go, Katie. We're all behind you. I hope you find the justice you seek. Thanks. Can't believe you'd say anything nice. I'm not heartless. Why are you asking my intentions on Twitter then? Just seeking clarification. If you aren't heartless, then please stop trolling me. Like, oh my God, you can't just you can't ever be satisfied, can you? Like, holy shit. You call it trolling. I call it observing and commenting. The question is legit. Is your intent to pursue justice legally? My intent in sharing is to hold him accountable. Also warn people about what he does because he owns a business that drives around strangers. To contact the police department and to make sure everyone knows to be careful of him and the people covering whatever. Go get him, Katie. You deserve justice, and Nick needs to be behind bars. Man, he was such a creep in high school. The worst. But in 2007, you were 28, turning 29. Is it the age you are getting wrong or the year? Laura seems to have called you out on that one. Age. I was 28. I apologize for the error. She still to this day, though, says that she was 27. You notice that? Are you making money from these videos? If you are, then are you donating the full amount to charities? I actually don't. I'm of the opinion that she doesn't have to. I don't think. I mean, she's talking about herself. She's made herself the content. I think if she wants to get paid for it, I think she's entitled. Sorry, I do. I mean, she's not making, the deceased son and his grieving mother as content this time. So I think that she could keep the content or the profits from this. Supporting you 100%. Good luck. How horrible. I'm proud of you for speaking out now that you're able, and hope the creep winds up behind bars. He needs to pay for his crimes against women. We are behind you, Katie. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I truly hope you find some justice. I had to turn off the video. They all need to be shamed, all of them. I believe you. I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry that this happened. I got goosebumps. I'm not a violent person, but I would love to kick his ass. Shame on that cop. Shaking my head. If the police didn't test your kid, I'd lawyer up and sue them. Even if he comes for money, you still have rights, and they violated your rights by not sending your evidence to get tested. Shame on that police department. To which Lauren very smartly says, why test when both admitted to sex? There's no need to get DNA. Mm-hmm. And at the time, Minnesota in 2007 actually did have a backlog, I believe, in the state on these kits. So by insisting that her kit was tested, that would have been taken away from a test that really did need to be tested. All right, back to these guys. I'm all for naming and shaming R's and P's. And I feel for you, but I don't think you need to bring the grandparents and aunts and uncles into it. His family did not do this. He did. He is the one that needs to be punished. I'm sure he has told his family a completely different version. Yeah, I know the family, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Oh, I didn't know that this was about you there, Amy. They have been bailing Nick out of one thing or another since the 90s. Thanks, Amy. His family is trash. They've been covering for his ass since he was kicked out of Totino Grace and showing up drunk and high to school. Well, you didn't have to show up sober if you didn't want to. Just don't hate on him because he didn't. Amy, family usually do bail each other out one way or another. Obviously, they're going to believe their own. Whether it's right or wrong, I still don't feel like they need to be named and shamed. They haven't committed a crime or created the system that allows money to talk/walk. Whether you know the family or are bothered by it is a bit irrelevant. Amanda, do you know who my family is? Followed up by the cops telling me he's from an affluent family that does so much for the community, so he can't be an R. Pretty sure that they all need to be named. Amanda wouldn't, or where's it? Oh, Amanda wouldn't be too sure the family has never committed a crime. My family has known the family for at least 60 plus years. Amanda, also, my brother-in-law is an ex-offender. We have never bailed him out. We cut him out, and he's never allowed around our son. Haven't seen him in 5 years. Without a crystal ball, nope. The family didn't say this. The cop did. He needs named and shamed. You're aiming your anger and frustration at the wrong people. Just another issue with police in Minneapolis. Amy, let's just say people connected to the family, not in the family, family friends, contacted me 3 years ago and said Nick is and always has been a problem and embarrassment to the family, along with the fact that they believed me that he did this. Without a crystal ball, what's that got to do with anything, your brother-in-law and your family situation? As I said before, his family may believe his version of events, and he wasn't convicted, unlike your brother-in-law there. Well, Amy or Amanda, you sound like an R apologist. Amy, the family didn't commit this crime, and even if they have committed other crimes, that doesn't mean they should be held accountable for another family member's crime. By that logic, Katie should be held accountable for her brother-in-law's as offenses. Amanda, if your family enables you to do crimes, then yeah, they should be named and shamed. That makes them a part of the problem, period. Without crystal ball, wouldn't doubt it one bit. My uncle used to get in all sorts of trouble with the would-be uncles of Nick back in the 80s or 60s. My uncle chose Vietnam over a boys' home for their fun times. Yeah, I'd like to see how you'd feel knowing a decades-known R still lives in your community. Again, he wasn't convicted. Without a crystal ball, you know nothing about me or what I've gone through, and I'm not an R apologist, but I don't think someone's family should be held accountable for their actions. You shouldn't put your experiences out there if you don't want people to judge. I actually like our YouTube content, but I actually like your YouTube content, but I hate your personal stuff and your attitude when you come up against someone who has a differing point of view. In your logic, you and your family should be held accountable for your brother-in-law's S offenses. Amanda, you weren't the victim. You don't get to say or judge. Olivia, how did his family enable him to commit R? They may have paid for legal representation, but that's not enabling, and they may well believe his version of events, just like Katie is asking us to believe her version of events. Marianne, I do get to say or judge because I have been a victim, but also Katie put it all out there and named and shamed the whole family instead of just naming and shaming her R. Amanda, there you go, apologizing for the R again. Come on, cat. No, get down. Come on. Come on, kid. I know. There you go. Get down. Okay. Amy, yeah, no. If I had a bigger platform, I would absolutely name and shame the family members who fucked me over after being my own family. If they're bailing this jackass out time and time again, they should be named and shamed, and they should absolutely feel ashamed for it. Amanda, sorry, but it's not the same. The family has been covering for him for decades, harboring a known criminal. That puts them smack in the middle of this. They put themselves there, supporting physically and financially this creep. For that, the family deserves what they get. They don't like it. Maybe they should have thought about their actions protecting Nick. Amanda, you sound like you love the Kozlaks. They are trash. Sorry, not sorry. Like, who says that? Oh my God, you sound like you're in love with them. Like, how fucking old are we? Oh my God. Without a crystal ball, it makes all the sense in the world. He's pushing drugs at prom after parties, guessing he was looking for a good time. Oh my God. Amy, his family had kegs of beer there with tons of marijuana at the party. His mom was there, allowing everyone to get shit-faced and drinking with the kids. Amanda, oh, in naming Nick, all from Minneapolis know who the family is, just on the last name. Now do you see the power they have? Amanda, give someone or something the authority or means to do something is the exact definition of enabling. So you just proved our point. Thanks. Paying for legal fees gives Nick the means to do this again to another woman. So yes, they are responsible for enabling him. To which I ask, have they? Has he done this to another woman? Allegedly? Okay. Amanda, stop. This is not your fight, and you know nothing about the situation. Victim blaming is disgusting, especially when it is a woman blaming other women. Stop, stop. Everyone knows the Kozlaks own Jack's, Kozlak's Royal Oaks, and their 4 funeral homes. His grandfather founded the funeral home in Jack's. Sounds like someone's got a crush on the grandfather. Shannon, if you have something to say, oh, okay. And I think we're almost done. She said what she said. If you don't like it, I'm going to scrolling down. Without a crystal ball, surprisingly, I have no memory of the party. That's fucked up. That's her friend. It's like her friend just took a shot at her there saying, surprisingly, I too have no memory of the party after prom. Like, because I was so high and all that marijuana. Like that sounds like a fucking shot to Katie right there. It does. His family is doing just as big of a crime by covering up. Yep, and my grandfather had his restaurant right down the street. Amy, which restaurant? Mama G's? Oh, it's gone now. This was back in the day in Annie. Our families go back probably since we came here. My mom's Polish family, that is. Oh, okay. I think we need to point out the obvious. And Nick owns a limo company, and the funeral home offers limos and hearses. What's the hearse have to do with that? I just realized I tagged the wrong person. Amy, I got invited to the party because I was his Spanish partner, meaning I did all of our work, and he sat there stoned out of his mind. Also, it always bothered me that I can remember everything in that night up until I went to the bathroom, came out, and he suddenly needed to go out to his car to get more beer. He was out there forever. By the time he got back, oh, okay. Oh, wait, what? I've always believed he slipped something in my beer when I went to the bathroom. Then went out to his car to wait for me to feel the effects of whatever he gave me. Think about that for a second. Okay, for argument's sake, let's say that all that's true. That means that he couldn't find it in him to sit in there for like the 10, 15, 20 minutes that it would have taken and deal with her like not wasted self while waiting for her to get wasted. That means that he was like, dude, I can't even sit here with you for the 20 minutes that this is going to take. I'm going to go outside now. I'll come back in when I think it's taken. Like, it's fucked up. I wouldn't doubt it. Only thing I remember is the giant joint circles. That might be why. Dude, Katie, you don't even realize she's fucking. She's throwing digs at you. Oh, yeah, he was also high at school. Everyone called him a burnout. I remember clearly when he found me outside the bar saying, I'm not like that now. I own a limousine company. He bragged about how he cleaned up and was a good guy. I have a feeling that if he did, you bought right into it. Yep, he was nothing but an addict. That's harsh. First of all, it's weather, no, in there. You're an idiot. Do you always defend scum? Amanda, well, since you're not the victim, you should shut your mouth and let her do what she feels she needs to do to get justice / closure, whatever you want to call it. Actually, yes, they do contribute. That allows money in it. Okay. He brought his family into it. Are you making money from your videos about this? And are you donating the money to charities? So you were 28 years old. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. That's the last one. Let me go back to chat here. Yeah. Yes, she did say that she and her friends invited him. I agree. Yes, she did report that, Renelle. I think she did say that he was shunned. Yeah, he wasn't allowed to. Yeah, she not only said that he was shunned, she described him as being shunned. Also, now that yeah, see, I don't really watch these shows, so I don't. None of this shit really registers with me. I don't know what's going on. But you're right, though. Now that you said that. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I could sit here and I could black out his name or redact the person she's accusing's name on all of these. But she had already put this out there. And I think that I don't think that at least my videos are doing him any additional harm. Hopefully it's providing another side of the argument that's been moving all the time and that she's gone out of her way to kind of keep squashed. So that's why I'm not redacting it or anything. Okay, I'm going to check one more thing here. Okay. There's actually two other live streams she did. I'm not going to get into them tonight. Actually, I'm going to wrap this up about now. But I do want to go over them. I have them. So I think maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow because there's more that she goes on to talk about. They came after everything I've showed up until this point. So now I'm going like in chronological order, I guess. And none of these are up anymore. She's taken them all down. All right. So yeah. What's that? Yeah. All right. Let me go over here. Let me look at chat. Check your DMs. Okay. Oh, you sent me more. Oh yeah, that's when I was starting to read, I think. That one came through. Awesome. Okay. Why is that? I can't make it bigger. FYI, I delete comments that include false information about the AUB and Cody Brown. I've spent 5 years investigating and reporting on this cult. Cody has lied over and over about his disconnection from the cult. He is still connected, and I've had many members confirm this to me. If he was out, he would be labeled an apostate. He has to this day refused to denounce his church or polygamy because if he does, he will be completely shunned by his own family and all of his friends from the group. Interesting. Yes, Renell, I have. I looked into him. I can't find anything. I really can't. So, and I'm not done looking either. There's I have a plan. So, yeah, I can't find anything. Which, I mean, I'm surprised at how little I can find, actually. But what I do have, I have a picture of him. And you want to know something weird? Like, I'm not going to share this only because I don't want to put his face out there, especially if I'm wrong. But remember that stream Katie did when she was down in her basement and all manic and shit like that? Well, there's one picture she showed of this dude sitting on a couch. I think he had a hat on or something. Maybe, and she said that he was her ex-boyfriend. I'm not saying that they're the same person, but they do look alike. And between that and how Katie let it be known that Nick tried to get a TRO against her, and in his filing for the TRO, he made reference to how they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, I just assumed that that meant that he said that they were boyfriend and girlfriend back in 2020 when all this happened. Mostly because I think that that's kind of how Katie made it sound. But now I'm wondering if they were boyfriend and girlfriend at another time, and they really did just happen to run into each other that night, and maybe she just expected things to get rekindled, and he was like, yeah, nah, I remember exactly why I fucking got out of here or something. You know what I mean? So that my opinion, whatever. But I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know. But I would like to know. That's something I would like to know, because I think that would be telling. That's the one with the D pick. I don't know what that is. I don't remember a D pick. He had like curly hair, kind of. I don't know. I just remember her saying that they dated. What's a lie? Oh no, she did actually mention the Duggars in 2019, but she wasn't sure how to pronounce their name. She was like Dugars. Yeah, I think I have that video on my other YouTube channel. What? It's not a channel. It's just something I like saved shit on. But yeah. But that's like all she talked about them. She wasn't like actually like reporting on them. She just talked about them a little bit. And the pics the basement that time. Someone zoomed in and you could see his. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. But now I'm curious. Llama Girl, I'll send you the pic. So you'll know what pick I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll send you a couple pics actually. So, but I'm gonna wrap this up though. Now it's getting late, and I have new kids here tonight, so I'm gonna go. I don't know, not sit on the computer. So, all right, guys, I will definitely be streaming tomorrow though. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.